I'm Sheila with Inspirational Teaching Solutions. Today, we're going to tell you how you can make money at home. And all you need is a good webcam, a solid, reliable internet connection, a noise canceling headset, and a dedicated, professional looking teaching space. So, this morning I taught several classes with VIPKid. I have been teaching with them for almost a year, and I can tell you, you will make money. There are a lot of these online companies where you are teaching students English. VIPKid is just one site. There is QKids, GoGoKid, Magic Ears. There's a new one. I'm not sure how new it is, but I've been getting information from them. It's called English First. So there are a lot of companies out there. Most of these companies are Chinese-based companies, and for some reason that makes people nervous, but VIPKid actually has sites, offices here in the US. They actually have a lot of American people that are working through their company, and so they are a legitimate company, and you will make money if you work for them. Now, the way the process works is quite interesting. You are teaching students in an online platform, and each company has they have their own characters. If you noticed, I have a dinosaur on my shirt. That's part of their the VIPKid characters. They have their own curriculum and that type of thing. And so you get the lessons ahead of time. The lessons are extremely interactive. Students click and drag, and there's music and all kinds of neat little things that they can do on this platform, and you are teaching them English, which is why for the importance of the headset, they want you to be able to hear the student clearly, because you are teaching them how to speak like an American, a native English speaker. So you need to be able to hear if the student is dropping an article, if students are not adding S or ED to their words or whatever, which is why they really prefer the headset. They also want you to be able to block out any exterior noise so that you can hear the student clearly. There is not a huge investment, but when you get started, there is some investment. Most people already have a printer. You need to make sure that you have a good color printer. I invested in a laminator so that I could laminate what 2D type props that I am using. I also invested in actual stuff that kids can see, realia, so that when my older students are talking about different bones or whatever, then I actually have bones. This is a bone that we got from a bag of skeleton bones at Halloween from Michael's. So you can get your props from just about anywhere. And so that is some of an investment. So you got to make sure that you understand that going into this. But a lot of people go into this with little to no. They have no stuff. They just have their webcam, their computer, their headset, and a few things that they've printed. And then as time goes and your bookings increase and you're starting to get your classes, then you start seeing what you would like to have and seeing what you need. And that's when people can start picking things up. Rate your kids as toy boxes if you have children. Go to garage sales. Go to thrift shops. Look at that kind of thing and see and pick up your stuff from there. Sometimes run around your house. I have had to use eggs out of my refrigerator until I actually ordered me some plastic eggs, because I got tired of, forgetting that the egg was sitting in my office. That's not a good idea. Here's an example. I have a lime, because I don't have a plastic lime for some reason, but I've used this guy quite a bit, and I think it's time to get a new one. So that's why it's important for you to sometimes invest in those plastic things that you use a lot, so that that doesn't happen to you. Now, the way that this process works, for me, I was not planning on doing this. I knew someone that had a new baby, and they wanted to be able to stay at home with the baby, so I thought I would check it out and see if this was something they could do to maybe replace their teaching income. And I signed up. And the way the process works is for VIPKid, I signed up with my email, I created like an account, and then they ask you to complete a questionnaire asking you basic questions. Do you teach? Do you have a teaching license? Do you have a degree? That kind of thing. So I filled that out, and I immediately, at the bottom, it said, I got this email back from them, and it said, upload your demo video. I was a little bit nervous. I wasn't sure what they were talking about, and I really was not comfortable with videos. I didn't really like making videos, and I really didn't like being on camera that much, and so I was hesitant, but I did it. I wasn't sure what to do. There was a little sample video, so I clicked on it. And there was this guy on there, and he was talking about a soccer ball. So I was like, oh, I can do that. So I printed a soccer ball just on paper from my printer, and I did exactly what he did in the video. And then I received a notification that they wanted to set up what they called a mock demo, or almost like a mock interview. And what that is they give you you sign up for a certain time frame. Whatever time you're going to schedule it, just like if it was an interview or some kind of meeting. And then they send you 2 lessons, and you prepare for those 2 lessons, and you go get whatever props you think you're going to need. You make sure that you have a background behind you that looks good, and you go in at that time and you teach that lesson. Now they choose the lesson for you. They have 2 options, and that's why it's important you prepare for both, because you don't know which one you're going to get. And you go into this and you actually teach them like you would teach the student, whatever age level the student has, whatever level that you are certifying for. You can be nervous. It is a little nerve-wracking because it's different. It's kind of weird if you're not used to that format and you're not used to being on a camera and talking to someone like that. But if you're used to FaceTiming people and Skype or whatever, then it's just the same type of thing. And then at the end, they will give you some good things. They will say, one of the things I had, and if you'll notice, you can have glare on your glasses if you're not really careful. And they don't like that. I guess that's very distracting. So she gave me the idea that if I would point my glasses, the ends of my glasses upwards, then it would kind of cut down the glare. So I learned that from her. It kind of marked me down just a little bit, but not very much. But they were very impressed that I had they want nice bright lighting. They want a good professional background. They want you to look decent. The idea they advertise sometimes with VIPKid that you can teach in your pajamas. Don't teach in your pajamas. You still are a professional, and you need to somewhat look like you're a professional. And so they kind of expect that from you. And then they will tell you that you had good props, or your teaching strategies were good. They want you to use a lot of things like TPR. So when you're asking a student something, then you're telling them to say this, and then you're doing these kinds of things so that you want the student to say, and you're listening for that repeat. So that's TPR. So they will score you on that. I happened to do my mock early that morning before we left. It was Memorial Day weekend, and we were going to go to Dallas, and so I did it really early that morning. It was like 4:30 or 5 that morning. We left, went to Dallas, and while I was in Dallas, I got the notification I'd been hired, and I had like a time frame, something crazy like 24 hours or 48 hours or something, to load all the rest of my documents. So that at that point is when you submit your driver's license, social security, your teaching certificate if you have one, your proof that you have a degree. Now VIPKid requires a bachelor's degree. There are some companies that if you have an associate's, then you can work for them. I think VIPKid's might be one of them, but I'm not for sure. So I got my documents all loaded, and a lot of people get, again, kind of nervous about sending in that information, but you need that because you're going to get an actual tax statement from them. You are considered a contract. You're a business. You are now a business, and so you're going to get tax documents, and so you do have to give them this information. And then I was hired. And I'm not sure how long it was before I got any classes. I had to have surgery on my shoulder, so I was hired and then I didn't do anything for several months, or it was actually about 2 months because of the shoulder. But when I got the release, then I was able to start teaching. And the bookings are slow at first. You have to be patient. You're going to only teach one or two, or you might teach like five and then you don't get any for a while. You have to be patient. It takes a while to start kind of building students. And a lot of times teachers will get frustrated because they'll go for 4 or 5 weeks and not teach a class, and they think, well, I thought I was going to make money, and then they quit. And you can't do that. You really have to wait it out. It is not a stable income. It does have ups and downs in terms of when kids are on vacation, you're going to teach a lot more classes. You can book a lot of classes if kids are on vacation. If they're in school, then there's not as many classes because these students are very busy with activities and homework and that kind of thing, so they're not taking these classes every day. You will have a lot of people wanting you to teach Friday night and Saturday night. That is their Saturday morning, Sunday morning. And so you can get booked a lot of for that. However, if something happens and they need to go to school because of a holiday or whatever, in China, that is one thing they do. If a student is going to be out of school on Monday for some kind of government type holiday, in our case, it would be something like, I don't know, Martin Luther King Day or something, then the students have to go to school on that Saturday or Sunday. And so that can affect your bookings. But you can make money. Are you going to get rich? Maybe, maybe not. The people who actually transform this over into a business, they can make money. I know someone that she was a teacher her first year. She made, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000. And then she actually started making videos, how she teaches certain things, how she organizes her props or whatever. She did a bunch of videos on how you can get hired, how to go through the process and all of that. And she now makes like $200,000 a year. And she doesn't teach classes anymore. What she does now, her business is teaching people how to take this and turn it into a business. And so you can make money if you want to go that route. But for a lot of people, it's just about making a car payment or paying student loan debt off, or maybe making a house payment or saving up for a really cool vacation. Just the extras. So it is a way to do that. Now, there are some people that this is their full-time job. And I know there was some lady who was retired. She made like $48,000 last year, but she was teaching those like 1 to 7 in the morning classes. So it is a great gig. There are a lot of options out there. Just check them out. I really cannot help you with other companies because the only real experience I have is with VIPKid. But I know several people that are with those other companies. I can like link you up with them. If you have anything that you would like to know about these other companies, you can just drop it into our Facebook page and I can get that information to you. The great thing about these companies, all of them have online support in terms of there are Facebook groups out there. You can join these groups and these people are so helpful. They have groups that will help you with props. There are groups that help you with if you want to use more technology in your classroom. There are groups for that. There are just groups for just extra support. So you are not going to be just dropped out there. There are a lot of people out there that can help you. So if you are interested and you want to make some money and you want to make money with VIPKid, I can help you with that. I will put my referral code in the comment box on this video. And if you want to continue this discussion on our Facebook page, please feel free to do that. Just drop it out there, ask us questions, and I will try to help you. And if I can't help you, then I have people who can. So just feel free. We can help you out here. So that's all I have. And so if you're really interested in making some extra money and you want to do it from home, then just let me know. And for now, I'm Sheila with Inspirational Teaching Solutions.